The wind howled across the dusty streets of Red Hollow, carrying snowflakes that danced like ghosts in the cold night air. Christmas Eve had come to the Wild West, but there were no church bells, no laughter, and no bright decorations, only silence, broken by the creaking of wooden signs and the distant whinny of a tired horse. Jack Callahan pulled his coat tighter around his shoulders as he stepped off his horse. His boots left deep marks in the snow, each step heavier than the last. Red Hollow had once been alive, a town of miners, traders, and dreamers, but now it was little more than a memory fading beneath winter's grip. Jack wasn't here for celebration. He hadn't celebrated Christmas in 15 years. He tied his horse, Shadow, to a post outside the old saloon. The building leaned slightly, like a tired old man refusing to fall. A faint light flickered inside. That alone surprised him. Pushing the door open, Jack was greeted by warmth, and something else. Hope. Inside, a handful of townsfolk sat quietly. A small pine tree stood in the corner, decorated with scraps of cloth, bits of metal, and a single shining star carved from wood. It wasn't much, but it was enough. "Merry Christmas, Jack," said an old voice. Jack turned to see Samuel Whitmore, the former sheriff, sitting near the fire. His beard had gone fully white now, blending with the snow outside. "Merry Christmas," Jack replied quietly, the words unfamiliar on his tongue. Jack took a seat near the fire, memories flooding back, memories of laughter, of his wife Anna, and their young son Thomas. 15 years ago, on Christmas Eve, bandits had come through Red Hollow. Gunfire. Flames. Screams. Anna and Thomas never made it out. Since that night, Jack had wandered from town to town, surviving, but never living. A small girl approached him, holding a piece of bread wrapped in cloth. "Mama says no one should be alone on Christmas," she said shyly. Jack swallowed hard and accepted it. "Thank you." As night deepened, Samuel stood and cleared his throat. "We may not have much," he said, "but we've still got each other." The fire crackled. Outside, the wind softened. Suddenly, a gunshot echoed in the distance. The room froze. Jack was on his feet instantly, hand resting near his revolver. Another shot rang out, closer this time. "Bandits," someone whispered. Jack stepped outside into the snow. 5 riders emerged from the darkness, guns drawn. Their leader sneered. "Well now," the man said, "looks like Christmas came early." Jack stood firm. "Turn around and leave." The bandit laughed. "Or what?" Jack didn't answer. The first shot came fast. Jack moved faster. The night exploded with sound, gunfire flashing like lightning. Snow kicked up as bullets struck the ground. Jack fired with precision, years of survival guiding his hand. When the smoke cleared, the bandits lay wounded or fleeing into the darkness. Jack stood alone, breath heavy, snow-stained red around him. The townsfolk gathered behind him, eyes wide with disbelief. "You saved us," Samuel said. Jack looked down at his shaking hands. For the first time in years, he felt something other than pain. Later that night, the townspeople gathered in the saloon once more. Someone began to hum a Christmas hymn. Others joined in softly. Jack stared at the small tree, its wooden star glowing in firelight. He closed his eyes, and for the first time since that tragic night, he allowed himself to remember Anna's smile. Thomas's laughter. Tears fell freely now. As midnight arrived, snow began to fall gently, covering the scars of the past. Jack stepped outside, looking up at the stars. "Merry Christmas," he whispered. And this time, the words felt real. Because even in the Wild West, Christmas was never lost. It was only waiting to be found.